guys, I'm here with a bunch of my Haworthias, and I wanted to just show you guys and talk just a bit about these little babies. I'm realizing as I pulled all of these in here that I am a bit more of a hoarder than I thought, but I didn't bring all of them, but I did bring quite a few to show you guys. And I wanted to talk about their dormancy period first because, let me grab these guys. If you don't know that they have a dormancy period, that's a bit more drastic than some other succulents. It can be pretty scary in the summer. Also, if you have been looking to buy Haworthia, like at Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere like that, and you can't find them anywhere, that is because they are winter growers, not summer. So around Christmas, there'll be a lot of them. But in the summer, they're a lot more hit and miss. And sometimes you can find them. And because they're a desert plant, they're not going to go completely dormant, but their growth patterns slow down a lot. Now this guy is one of the slowest that I have to come out of dormancy. So I want to show him here. Now he's ready for a drink also, but in the summer it really doesn't matter. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't matter how much you water them. It does, because you can make them rot, but it doesn't, they won't plump up and look the beautiful green that you're used to seeing all winter long, no matter how much you water them in the summer, because they're dormant. But you can, however, make them rot by overwatering them. So when my plants go this brownish color, a lot of times that's because they've had too much light or not enough water. But if it's summertime, they may just be in their dormant phase. And you just wait. This whole cluster right here is coming out the last week a lot. It's super, super green, but you can see there's some darker ones here. Now there's a number of reasons that this can happen. A lot of times with big clusters like this, especially in pots, the soil actually settles and then the plants in certain areas can't reach the soil, so they just get dehydrated, and if you just pull on them, they come right out. And you can see that's exactly what happens. So this guy, it's got a glare. Hang on, let me set this pot down. This guy has some nice little roots here, and I will just pop him into another pot, and he will be happy as a lark. And I'm gonna just gently pull, and these guys, you know, you can move them. If it leaves a big hole where you pulled it, you know, you can kind of rearrange them, or better yet, before you rearrange them, put a little bit of dirt down into the middle. Now this guy I pulled on and he's still snug. So that tells me his roots are getting into the soil some. Sorry, I'm gonna move my camera for a second here. And I'm just gonna give these guys a really, really good soak here, because they're coming out of their dormancy period and they're gonna be growing, so they can handle a really, really nice drink. Haworthia like a bit more water than a lot of other succulents do also, and a bit less light, which is one of the reasons that I love them so much, because I have so many plants in the house. Pardon me, I'm going to bump the camera again and pull you up. I have so many plants in the house and very limited window space, and I do have grow tents and grow lights, but I like to look at my plants. And so I try and keep my starts and less pretty plants in the grow, under the grow lights, but I really, really like to be able to look at them. And so these guys can handle a bit less light, which is awesome. Okay, I gotta move him over here. These guys are just coming out of their dormancy. They're usually, well, you can see. No, I don't guess I do have a variety. Different varieties show their dormant periods more than others, and different varieties don't show them very much. The darker varieties I find, like these guys, the darker, less fleshy, more stemmy ones, like the zebra plant, you know, like these guys, or any of these ones here, these guys tend to show it a lot less from what I see. Alrighty, these guys have mealy bugs. These have been out in a garage. I don't know if you can see, but down inside these, there's just a little bit of white fuzz. And those are mealy bugs. So these guys are going to get sprayed down with alcohol and washed off really well. I'm gonna give them a good water first. But the lighter colored varieties, in my experience, seem to show their dormant period a lot more than the darker, thicker ones. But don't panic. So these guys are pretty thin, but they are going to green up